Good morning, everyone. Well, Friday already. Wow, yeah, the week's flying, isn't it? I just present to you today Saint Anthony Mary Claret, uh, died in 1870. He was a Spanish man who worked for reform in the position where he was sent to in Cuba. Now, for a Spaniard to be sent off to Cuba, it's quite a challenge, but anyway, a long way from home. But that's what he did, and he spent a long time there, clearly trying to bring about change and to evangelize. In the time that he was there, he survived 15 assassination attempts. Eventually, died of old age, but 15 assassination attempts. You know, quite a difficult place to live. I'm not quite. They don't tell us what kind of assassination efforts there were. But nevertheless, to be in a position where people feel threatened by the good message that you have, sometimes we say, well, that's a real privilege. Well, it's a privilege if you survive. If you don't, it has a different feeling about it, I suppose. Looking at St. Paul's writing today, we're looking at Romans chapter 7, and he says, and it's quite an interesting one that sometimes perhaps you and I can relate to. Every time I want to do good, it is something evil that comes to hand. And this is what St. Paul is saying. Every time I want to do something good, something bad happens. I don't know if you've ever encountered, the reason things are not going well in my life is perhaps because the forces of evil feel that they don't want me to carry on doing what I'm doing. And so, not always the case, but, why are things going wrong? Things may be going wrong because perhaps our focus in life is threatening and that we are doing good things. And if you have a look at, let's think about Mother Teresa, for example. I mean, she was a woman who did incredibly good work, but lived in poverty. All right, she chose to do that, but things didn't suddenly come right for her. She continued to do it, fighting against difficulties all the time. Why? Because she had the ability to do so. And if we find that things are not going our way, the big thing is to remember that the Lord is still on our side, and that regardless of whether things are going the way we want them to do, if we are able to continue the work of the Lord, we should be encouraged by the fact that He has given us the ability to do that. And so we'll say, okay, Lord, I know things are tough, and I'm going to try and get by. And so that song, if I were a rich man, would there anything so bad about it? Well, if you're not a rich man, what are you going to do? You're going to keep going, and you're going to do the best you possibly can with the circumstances you've got. So let's be optimistic today, and let's try and do the will of God. Keep well. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.